What's going on, YouTube? My name is Sparks, and I want to tell you guys today about a cool little story back in the day when I used to promote for a nightclub, street promoting and things like that. So basically, what the job itself entailed was, getting people off the streets and trying to get them, sell them into the club by paying cover and things like that. Now, one of the coolest parts about this job was the fact that there were celebrity events like Rick Ross or Chris Brown or Soulja Boy or things like that, like just different celebrities, Tyga, you name it. I think that there's one night where T-Pain came by too, and one of the most funniest and coolest events that I've been through and I've worked for was when Rick Ross came. That Rick Ross, that Rose Boss. I don't know what the fuck that was. I was just trying something out there. So, basically what ended up happening was this prepaid event where, you pay like $60 just to get into this event, and Rick Ross would come and party with everybody and, come make an appearance and things like that. And what I did at the time was not only just street promote where, I'm selling these tickets, because the thing about those tickets were couldn't make a lot of money off those tickets. Like, although they were $60, club owners were making up all that money, so I'd make like $5 a head. Wasn't worth my time. So the only reason that I worked that event was I had that side hustle, that side hoe. So basically what I ended up doing was working that night with bouncers and things like that. So what I did, the event was, I cut a side deal with the bouncer where I said, listen, bro, I can get a lot of people to come and bypass, do all the work for you. Let's cut a deal 50-50. So if someone comes in and they pay like $20 a head, we'll take half each. And the guy's like, yeah, I'm down. And the thing about me was I was a straight hustler. So, I'd bring like 4, 5, 6, 10 people at a time. And, obviously it made sense for him. So what ended up happening in that Rick Ross day was literally there was this ginormous lineup, like beyond measure. Like I just got to give you guys an idea what this was. It was like this right here. It was like packed to tits. And one of the coolest things about that bypass factor was, it's like people thought you were a bouncer. I'm a big ass Asian dude, and like I'm pretty tall for an Asian dude, but when it came to bypassing and things like that, they're gonna think that you're a bouncer. So, this is random ass girls trying to flirt their way in, or dudes trying to talk their way through, trying to get a hookup for a bypass. And when I was working that job, I was a fucking dick. I was like, man, like, I'm a pretty nice dude, like, in general. But when I was doing that job, man, I put on my fucking douchebag suit, like fucking asshole Batman gear, So anytime that someone comes up to me or I come up to them and I say, listen, bro, you want to do a bypass? It's going to be like $40 each. And any dude was like, hey, can you give me a hookup? Can you give me $20 per person? I got 4 people with me. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, fucking cheap ass motherfucker. Like no remorse. Like, get the fuck out of my way. So, this night basically started off like packed, like at around 10 a.m. And we started off like $20. And then it went up to like $40 like per person just to bypass. So what a bypass is literally, it's like if there's a lineup like this, you speak to a person and you tell them, hey, do you want to pay $20 just to get into this club, blah blah blah, and people are like, yeah, I'm down. Now, basically what I did was help these people do that. So I remember this one dude talking to him, and he was wearing like True Religion jeans and like Louis Vuitton belt and like some like gangster ass t-shirt that looked really expensive as fuck. And I went up to him and I'm like, yo, you want to do a bypass, bro? And the guy's like, how much? I was like, $40 a head. He's like, he had like 3 people with him. So he's like, nah, man, like, I can you do like 20? I was like, dude, get the fuck out of my face with that fake stunning shit. So, I like walk away, and it was just pretty much the whole night was like that. And then I remember this one dude wearing some like wife beater ass, like nothing, mustard stain, and he's wearing jeans too. And I was like, what the hell? So I remember asking him, and I'm like, hey, bro, you want to do a bypass? Thinking like, he's just going to say no and then like fuck off. And then what he ends up doing is this guy's like, yeah, man, how much? And at that point, like, bypassing was expensive as fuck. It was like $60 a head. And this dude had like 4 people with him. And then he's like, yeah, man, I'm down. I'm like, you know, it's $60 a head, right? That's like 240, like, all of you guys. You guys like, yeah, man, I got that. This guy whips out a fucking $100 bills like this. This guy just goes like this, so let's get me in. I'm like, what the fuck? And like, it was some crazy ass event like that. And then what ended up happening was, I remember one time it was like, I was around like 12 or like, closer to when Rick Ross was just about to show up. And, I was nearby the front entrance, like right by the bouncers and stuff, looking for people to try to get in and stuff. And then this one dude who's like super tall, like he's a pretty tall dude, and he's wearing like a gray sweater, like sketchy as fuck. And he comes up to me like real close, and he's like, yo, man, you gotta get me in this club. I'm like, who are you? Like, bro, it's gonna be $60 to get in. He's like, nah, man, you don't understand. I know the owner. He's supposed to get me in this club right now, and I'm gonna be partying with Rick Ross and them. I play for the LA. I'm a basketball player. I'm like, okay. And now, mind you, I'm as Asian as it gets when it comes to not knowing anything about basketball. I don't know shit about basketball. Like, I don't know players. I don't know nobody. I know like Michael Jordan. That's it. So when it comes to like basketball players and stuff like that, you can be like, making millions of dollars and like really popular. I know some names. That's about it. But I don't know faces, right? So he just looks like a tall ass black dude to me. So I was like, dude, this is how it's gonna go down. It's gonna be $60 for you to get in this club, or you not getting in. And the guy's like, nah, you don't understand, man. I gotta get in this club. I spoke to the owner before I got here. I'm like, oh, you did? So why don't you call him? And the guy's like, nah, man, like he's gonna come out in a bit. Like he's busy with something. So you gotta help me get in. I was like, bro, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a basketball player. I don't care if you're a rapper. I don't care if you're president. Unless you're putting $60 in my pocket, you're not getting in this club. Period. And the guy's like, all right, cool, man. You know what? Being a basketball player and whatnot, he wasn't that much of a dick. Like, he was actually pretty nice. The guy just kind of fucked off, and then I continued working, things like that. And then at the end of the night, I remember seeing the pictures and stuff like that with like the owner next to Rick Ross and things like that. And then I saw a next picture with the owner with LeBron James, and I'm like, oh fuck, that's the fucking dude that I told him fuck off. Literally, I could have just got like a signature from him, and that would have been worth $60 alone. And I literally told this man's, get the fuck out of here unless you're putting $60 in my pocket. So, that pretty much was my cool little story that I had to share with you guys. And I hope you liked it. My name is Sparks. It's one video of the many. Take care. Bye.